Hello and welcome back to Hi-Fi Lo-Fi. Today I'm going to unbox the Apple Magic Mouse 2. I've recently bought a Mac Mini and I'm utterly blown away by its incredible performance, and that's just the base model. So I really cannot tell you enough how great Apple Silicon is and the new M1 processor. So when I bought it from a major electrical store here in Japan, I was able to buy the keyboard in the same shop, but they did not have a mouse in stock. In fact, I couldn't get a mouse anywhere. Now, I know we don't need to use Apple's original mouse and keyboard. In fact, I'll show you what I have been using. I've been using this, which was doing the job fine. This Buffalo Bluetooth mouse. It takes a AA battery here. The only problem is this mouse, which is for Windows PC or I suppose any operating system. The problem is with this mouse is that I found that scrolling on the Mac Mini was problematic, and not only was it not smooth, it was sort of chunked about a bit. And another issue is, of course, that I need to use this. Well, I don't know if I do need to use it actually, but I did plug in this. I don't know whether it connects directly to Bluetooth. And there's the battery rolling around, I just told you. And the other thing I was going to say is that the battery performance was pretty poor. I mean, it really zapped the battery power. And so I read a few reviews and I did a little bit of research, and basically Apple's original Magic Mouse is supposed to be the best match, which you'd, I suppose, imagine would be the case. Now, there are companies making other products. Third-party companies such as Logicool is a major brand that apparently works well, but even those, even the more expensive models, the reviews said that they were still having issues, especially with scrolling. So I decided to get it. The only thing is, the Mac Mini is silver, and I could only get a space grey mouse. I actually held out for a while. I was waiting for ages, and they went out. The space grey went out of stock on Amazon. Amazon was the only place that had them for sale. They came back into stock. They were space grey. I waited and waited. They went back out of stock, and then I decided when they came back in stock to get one, even though the colour doesn't match. Despite not saying Apple and not having the number 2 after it, it is in fact Apple Magic Mouse 2. If you can see there, look. So let's get it unboxed and see what it's like. You wouldn't want to suffer from package rage with this, because it reminds me of you know, when you get CDs or DVDs and you can't get the plastic wrapper off. So that's why I'm using scissors. I just couldn't pull it off. Right. Okay, there we are. That was rather unexpected. I thought it would, the sides of that would be a bit higher, but anyway, interesting. So my hands, this is the middle of winter, and normally my skin's really dry in the middle of winter here in Japan. But I've been really busy today, and my hands are actually a little bit, what can I say, a little bit greasy, if anything. I have washed my hands, but anyway. One complaint I've read about this is, especially this colour, is that fingerprints really do show up on it. So every time we use it, we leave loads of fingerprints on it, and some people complained about that. So I've never used a Magic Mouse before, so presumably there is a Magic Mouse 1, or at least a Magic Mouse which isn't version 2, such as this. And you can see already there's a, I don't know if you can see that, look at that big fingerprint smudged on the corner there. So, well, it's a little bit heavy. I'm surprised it is heavy. It does feel quite solid though. I suppose that is plastic, but it does, well, that might be metal actually. I don't know if that's aluminium. I suppose that's the on switch. Now the big issue with this mouse is apparently this is the this is where you connect the USB cable to charge it. So clearly you won't be able to use it while it's charging, and I find that really weird. I find that totally weird. So yeah, there's a little switch there, and that's all right. Feels all right. I don't know. As I said, I've never used a Magic Mouse before, so I don't know. There's the cable. I assume that's the, there we are, Magic Mouse 2. That'll be the instruction manual in there. And I notice Apple products are always really well packaged. Certainly, I like the minimalist packaging. But anyway, there we are. Let's just plug that in. Is that the right way? Is it that way? Oh, that's the way. Okay. So there we are. You wouldn't be able to use the mouse while it's charging. I don't know what the charge is, but people do say the charge, it does last a long time. I'll update you in a future video to let you know what happened. And as I said, I did buy the keyboard. Right, here is the Magic Keyboard, and I didn't buy the one with the you know, the 10 key number pad on it. Already getting dust and dirt on that. And I like the keyboard. Now I've already got a MacBook Pro which I've had for many years, and I got used to the keyboard. And although, I mean, at first if you're used to a Windows keyboard it is a bit odd, but after a while I actually find I like the keyboard. And interestingly, it feels like it's just been sort of cut out of a MacBook. It really does. And it's identical to a MacBook Pro keyboard. I felt I didn't really need the number pads. I never really felt that it's necessary. I wanted to keep everything neat, tidy and minimal. So that's what I went for. This also has, where is it? So there's a little switch on there, and it's off at the moment. When you switch that on, you'll see it, there's a green, the colour green appears. That means it's on. So I'll switch it back off. And this can be used. This can be used while it's charging. So if you get low on charge, you can plug it in via the USB and charge it while you use it. But not with the mouse. What a weird one. How weird is that? And I do like coordination. I do like things to match, and I am rather, well, I wish that they had matched. I wish I could have got a silver one, to be honest, but there we are. I couldn't wait any longer because this mouse was, I'm afraid, really annoying me. It just was making life difficult, so I couldn't wait any longer. The mouse is now connected. There's the Mac Mini there. I was under the impression when I switched on the mouse it would be instantly recognised by the Mac Mini, but actually I had to connect it using the cable first. That's why the cable's there. I actually thought that it was possibly the battery was dead, but there is some power in a battery, but I do believe it probably needs charging ASAP because the movement, you can't really see that, but the movement is quite slow, so the sensitivity is very poor on it. I'll check the sensitivity settings, but I believe it could be that the battery is low. It seems to work alright on this hard tabletop. You may want to put something underneath, something soft just to rest my hand on, I don't know, but it doesn't appear to need it. Obviously if you're moving it around on a hard surface it does make a slight noise, so that might be another reason to put something soft underneath. The keyboard battery was dead, so hence it's plugged in charging at the moment. You push your finger like this on the top, so you kind of stroke it. There aren't separate buttons, it's just one. So if I, for example, select a video, let's select that one. So yeah, the mechanism's alright, it feels alright. That movement there makes the screen scroll down, and that movement there, like that, if you sort of stroke it back, makes the screen scroll back up. Screen scrolling down, screen scrolling back up. Sorry, I can't get that in one shot. There we are. And yeah, it's getting fingerprint smudges on it. I suspect that will get even worse. And unfortunately, it doesn't match the keyboard. Looking at it now on my tabletop though, I think I'd rather have a space grey keyboard than maybe a silver mouse. I think the space grey kind of matches the colour of the table. And given that the computer itself is down there, I don't think it's a big issue. And there's a bit of a black theme going on here as well, but that's just me being finicky about the colour coordination. This has been Hi-Fi Lo-Fi. Take care.